Or you got to
I'll
keep it
admit,
in order.
I'll remember that, Howard.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Today's Restaurant Networking Group. My name is Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of Today's Restaurant. If
Uh-oh.
you are a restaurant and you have an issue or a problem that you'd like help to get solved, give us a call at 561-620-8888. And if you're a supplier who supplies a product or a service to a restaurant and you'd like to increase your business and attend some of these meetings, also give us a call at 561-620-8888 and go to our website and you can see all the information about the groups at trnusa.com. Okay, good morning officially.
Morning. Brian,
Good morning.
what were you saying, Brian, earlier? You wanted to ask a question?
Oh, no, I was just telling you because you mentioned about being a broker. Rogue is really a broker, but we're part of a bigger part of Yes Leasing, which has been around since the 70s. But about 12 years ago, they started Rogue, which is a syndicated side, which I help run. But they don't realize, how brokers can help people because if you go to just one particular bank, a lot of times that dealers offer, you're being pigeonholed into one thing. That might not work for everybody. You have to find the right situation for your client. So let's say somebody's got good credit. You don't want to give them a bad rate and a bad term. You want to find the right solution for them. So, talking about being a broker, that's important to a lot of people. And
Well, if you
and then one other thing in my industry, I was doing I got this thing from one of the banks, and eventually they saying that AI will eliminate brokers. I'm like, okay, whatever. So how does AI know what's the best
that's
solution for you?
see that's it, because I don't think AI would ever be able to replace brokers, because somebody has to be able to program the AI. And
Mhm.
that means that they would have to program the AI to have feelings and understanding. And I don't think AI ever will. Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, if you really think about it, everybody these nine people in this room right now, we're all brokers. We may be representing one company, but we're all brokers. Okay. Because I believe a broker, the definition of broker is a problem solver. You
Mhm.
come to me for a problem. They go to you, Brian. The problem is I need equipment. I can't buy it, so I'm going to lease it.
Mhm.
Okay. Ed, he does ice cream machines. They can go to any ice cream company, but a broker has to sell themselves. So Ed has to sell himself as a representative of Carpigiani. Okay. Nick, he represents, how many companies do you represent, Nick?
Brown and Brown.
Thousands,
How many?
thousands of carriers.
Yeah. So the
We're
thing
independent.
is we're problem solvers. Chris, he's a problem solver. I love seeing his emails that I get about looking for talent.
Me,
Okay. He's representing that talent. So they're going to him as a broker saying, find me a job.
I'm a
I mean,
broker of opportunity.
well, yeah. I mean, we all have different, yeah. But thank you. Mr. Comedian. I love him. Sven, his brokerage is he's trying to save companies tax dollars. So we all have a need. Brokers are never going to be, I don't think brokers can ever be replaced by AI. That's my personal opinion. And it's
My
also,
job is herding cats.
your job is herding cats.
Yeah.
How many
No,
Sounds
cats
like
do you have?
sounds like a soccer referee.
yeah.
you know,
Uh, uh,
without Rick, anybody that insurance, health insurance, especially the Medicare people, as he was referencing, a 93-year-old is way up there because obviously her family would help her. However, you would have to scan the internet for days, make so many calls, take so much of your time. It would be a disaster. You absolutely need brokers. 100% agree with you, Rick.
All right, we're going to send this
Appreciate that.
video to AOC.
Say what?
Howard, what are you saying?
Yes, dear.
What? No, what did you say? How you
No,
broke
that's
up?
you. Go ahead.
All right, can we get off this subject for the moment?
Yeah, go.
We'll come back. We'll come back to it because I've got. It's funny you brought it up because I had a topic that I wanted to bring up later. Anyhow, last week we had an in-person meeting, and Terry and Sven and I attended that meeting at the restaurant store in Davie. Interesting. We saw a 50,000 square foot warehouse that pretty impressive. What do you think, Sven?
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be of that scale, but an impressive setup, and yeah, they had a lot of staff there, and they seemed pretty accessible. So a good operation for sure.
Yeah, well, that's one of their locations. They've got several, so they've made a huge investment in inventory. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that seemed a little concerning to me because I can't imagine how much that was costing, and maybe the restaurateurs aren't there in the morning, but it must have been a massive amount of capital, and there was, very few customers there or very little movement. So,
Yeah.
they're obviously going up against some big incumbents in the
But
restaurant supply
most of those
chain, right?
businesses start out all the same way, don't they? Start off as X and they morph into Y.
Yeah, those guys just had tens of millions of dollars of inventory sitting on their floor, and unless they were making enough margin or doing enough sales, like that's just not sustainable. But
No, but I do the same thing with Carpigiani parts. I started off with almost no parts, and now I probably have $15,000-$20,000 worth of parts sitting here. So, and some of it I sell once a year, but if they need it, they have to buy it. Somebody has to buy it. So it's the same thing. You morph into things as you go on.
the difference is that this company, private labeled almost everything. All the equipment was private labeled, all of the
Right.
golf goods.
Yeah.
I don't know about the food, but it was
But
all
Was,
Sven,
no.
Yeah,
but
but
to answer your
Howard,
question, how they're going to
that can be done.
survive is they're part of Clark. And Clark is a huge company. And
Clark-
Clark also
Yeah.
has web restaurant. Okay. Online. You can go online and
Yeah.
buy your equipment. So they decided to do brick and mortar. So to answer your question, yeah, there's a lot of inventory, but I think there is a lot of money behind it that they would survive. My question to them is they got brick and mortar, how they could compete with Restaurant Depot. Restaurant Depot is similar. Okay.
they're right down the street from Restaurant Depot, amazingly. But
Yeah.
Restaurant Depot sells food where they don't. Cold, refrigerated and frozen food, and they do not. So that sets them apart.
And I think Restaurant Depot, weren't they just bought by Cisco?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, actually, it's going through to make see that there's not a monopoly there that's trying to get it the final because they bought 2 years ago they bought Edward Don, okay, and then real quick, Howard, to understand the industry, and Howard knows there eventually won't be small guys anymore because Cheney Brothers was bought by Performance Food Group, okay, so. Gordon is buying people too. So, it's kind of the way the industry's going. So, but sorry, Howard, to interrupt you.
But I still believe there's going to be small people that start out somewhere small and then morph into something bigger as time goes by. They see an opportunity.
Yeah.
Well,
unless you're in New York City and the city will run it, and then you have nothing you're competing against the city. And they don't
Rick
pay
was
any
saying
taxes.
before,
And they pay $40 an hour and they cost $30 million to build a grocery store.
Right.
the small guy is going to be able to give uh, service that the big guys don't or can't.
Or won't.
Yeah, but that's not going to keep them in business.
Well, look,
It kept the
You're
Bowery in
playing
business for 100 years.
Yeah, but that was back in the day when there were hieroglyphics on the walls. Sorry,
Wait a second, Terry. Wait a second, Terry. Do you remember those days?
I do.
no.
I remember them because I read a lot and I like pictures. So, you know.
Okay, that's why they call you Sweeney, right?
Is that how
She
you
was in,
communicate with Howard for dinner? You just put something on the wall. This is what you make for dinner. He has to decipher it.
Yeah. Nah.
she was in the boat with Washington crossing the Delaware.
I-
Just to get to McDonald's.
No, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
No, actually, I'll tell you, Cane's is number one. It is absolutely no antibiotics. They only sell chicken tenders. That's it. You can't get anything else there meat wise but chicken tenders. We drive to another county to get them usually once every week or two.
I wish they'd build
I
me.
heard Guy
Terry was on her
Fieri's
way
chicken
to
guy.
Chick-fil-A that she
Yeah.
found out it was Sunday.
Well,
Mhm.
Chick-fil-A adds 15 ingredients to their
We
bat.
drive to Raising Cane's she said every couple of weeks. And the other weeks, I drive to my cardiologist.
I haven't eaten at any of them, but I saw where Chicken Guy was rated the number one chicken chain.
That's Guy Ferrara, and he's
Yeah, yeah.
some are closing though.
But
Yeah,
the next one is Raising Cane's.
yeah, you're absolutely right. And if you're going to the restaurant show, there is a chicken guy up there in International Drive where the big Ferris wheel is. The forget what they call it, Plaza.
Yeah, I know
have
what
one
you're
about a
I know
mile-
what you're talking
mile.
about. I can't think of it.
It's right there. There's one in there. There's also a Old Reds, which is Gwen Stefani's husband's restaurant. I can't think of his name. Sweet guy. Anyways, but there's a lot of star restaurants up there. But Guy Ferrari does have a chicken guy that I believe just opened. So
They'll be closed in 6 months.
Howard, be positive. Be positive, Howard.
he's positive they're going to be closed in 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Hey, he's got one. It's in Disney Springs.
Disney.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at it's East Buena Vista Drive in Disney Springs.
Okay.
Mhm.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. About.
That one always has a line. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, well, because a lot of the restaurants in there cost more too. They're more,
Yeah.
Do you
sit
go
down type restaurants.
a lot, Nick?
Pardon me?
Do you go to Disney Springs a lot?
Yeah, we like to because it's just they have live musicians running
Yeah.
around. They have great restaurants and a lot of shops, so you can do you could. My wife loves it, so when we have nothing to do, we'll
Yes,
just pop
dear.
over there and waste a couple hours. Yeah,
What's the
Oh.
turnover of restaurants there?
It's a great place.
they have my favorite one in there is God, it's the one from the Hamptons, a summer house. And that, if you've ever eaten in a summer house, it's a chain, but they're in select locations. They're usually in your bigger cities. That place is phenomenal. Everything, service, food, and you get 5-star service at upper casual pricing. It's not the most affordable place, but you don't go there every day type of thing. So it's worth stopping in there. There's a good Cuban restaurant in Disney Springs too. And they avoid chains. Like fast food chains. So the Chicken Guy one is like the only one like that in there. And they use local guys, like the Raglan Road is an Irish place. There's a lot of restaurants in there.
Yeah.
I could tell you the list.
When
You know what's amazing to me with restaurants that over the last since right before COVID, I used to host networking meetings in person for lunch, and we always had a problem finding a location that had an area, a private area for groups. Now, I'm not talking 100, I'm talking 20, 25 people as a group. That was like a dual purpose area. Can be used for the dining room as well as overflow. But you go out and try to find a restaurant now that has a private meeting area. They're very hard to find. And I think that restaurants are overlooking that area and losing a lot of money.
Hmm.
Well, the thing, it's not just that, it's just the simple fact that, you have to think about the structure of the restaurants now. They're not building them as big as they used to. They're building them smaller. They're trying to cut back on the cost of building. I mean, we were bringing up McDonald's earlier today just because of that video. Has anybody ever seen the movie the movie The Founder?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good movie.
Okay. I
Yes.
I
mean,
like Michael Keaton.
the thing is he was going about it all wrong. You buy the land, you rent the restaurant. So if they're renting the land, okay, then this is all you have to build. Well, then you're not going to be able to build a meeting space. And a lot of those restaurants that have meeting spaces, those are usually the buffets that are no longer around anymore because they lost during COVID. Like Golden Corral, they're closing like crazy, but they had all their locations had private rooms.
Yeah, well, guess what? They're reopening. There's two that's already reopened, and they're
Really?
Yeah, they're
old.
making a comeback.
Yep, they're making a comeback.
A lot of the
Really?
chains that were closing believe it or not, are coming back. A lot of the ones that were in bankruptcy are coming back.
Yes.
Really?
Maybe not as many locations, but they are starting to appear again, which is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Golden Corral opened. They've got two under construction in Florida, and they just opened one in somewhere in Florida. It's on my lead list that you got today, Sven.
Well, there's
I haven't looked at it yet. It's in my to-dos.
That's okay. I got it. I got
We
it.
just got it like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
well,
Early.
there's two in North Alabama. One's in Coleman and one is in Decatur. Both of those restaurants are former Ryan's. Okay, so when Ryan's went under, Golden Corral came in there because then they didn't have to worry about building a structure. They already had everything there.
Right.
They're old, they're run down. They did not improve the seating area. They did not put new seating in. Both restaurants are disgusting. Okay. I mean, I hate to say it. I walk in there and I'm like, I'm paying $17, $18 for a buffet for this, and there's no variety. It's just, you know what? I'd rather go through Whataburger, because at least I know what I'm going to get.
It's
But
scary what happens or what's existing in restaurants. If you go in the back of the house and their kitchens, and I don't know how they get away with it. I mean, I get it. You got a lot of volume, things happen, and they try to cut labor costs so they don't put the money into the cleaning unless they hire out a third party to keep things doing. And the good chains do that. They bring in your Echo Labs and your good companies that come in and do stringent cleaning and they stay above board with their housekeeping. We like to ensure those guys. But yeah, I think to Rick's point, the meeting spaces are usually overflow spaces in restaurants, and that's the first thing to go when they're looking at a new build out. They're trying to consolidate as much, because how much revenue does that space actually create for them? And unfortunately, it's not a lot, because unless they really have somebody that goes out and markets that space and fills it with parties every day, it's not a space where tables are full all day every day. So I think that they are making those choices when they're building out. They're also like you said, leasing the land and building frame stick-built restaurants, which they're hard as hell to insure because of the fire load. They have to have sprinkler systems in those stick-built restaurants. Otherwise, I can't. They're going to pay a lot more for insurance if I could find it. So, you see a lot of these drive-through, the newer ones, the McDonald's and all that. I mean, every chain is building those quick, cheap stick builds, and they have to put money into the sprinkler system if they want to get insurance. But it's just like it's part of them being able to grow organically grow without having to expend so much investment because the cost of building that stuff is ridiculous. So a lot of franchises that I work with, like the Culvers and Zaxby's, and they all lease their land. And there's a few guys around Florida that if there's an out parcel that they can pick up, they're going to snap that up because it's almost guaranteed they'll have a restaurant build on it quickly. So, and that's it's a good lease for them.
Nick,
But it's my 2 cents.
what about the drop-in container restaurants like Dutch Brothers, who has the double drive-through? Now they're dropping those containers in, and there's other ones. Are those hard to insure?
Hold on. To Terry's account, hold on one second. The Dutch Brothers, they've all built in North Alabama. They've all been stick built.
Okay, there's another chain. There's several chains.
Seven Brew.
One, and they're just dropping the containers in. What about those for insurance?
It all depends on the foundation and how they're attached to the foundation. If it's they have to be permanently mounted. Otherwise, it's like insuring a mobile home. It gets a lot harder. It can be done, but it's like everything else. There's fewer companies that want to do it, which means the price is going to go up. So we usually have to do that in the surplus markets because a lot of our standards won't touch that. They want block built. They want, vanilla risks. Standards meaning your Liberty Mutual, your Nationwide. Of course, your Old Dominion's a big one. Zurich's a big one that I use. So those are the guys that, that want it to be somewhat superior construction or not containers.
Okay, thank you, Rick, for that.
That's the
one thing
talking
right
about.
now. You have to have a roof. The roof has to be connected to the frame. The frame has to be connected vertically, and everything has to be connected to the foundation. If it's not done that way, you ain't going to get insurance anymore in a house, or it's going to be expensive.
I gotta tell you, in Florida,
Ed,
it has to
talking
be
about that. The old Chick-fil-A models used to have basements. They would dig out the hole and they would put all of their refrigerators, freezers, and their wash tubs down in the basement, and then the restaurant up top. So it was only cooking. Everything else took place in the basement. They don't do it like that anymore. That helps as far as tornadoes are concerned. I mean, that's a good idea. I think it was just it wasn't cost effective to do that.
Yeah, flooding is a problem in Florida.
You wouldn't be able to build around in Florida, right? We're at sea level, so
it's all sand.
And
It's an employee benefit. You have a swimming pool on the premises.
The swimming pool in the basement. Okay.
Indoor swimming pool. Isn't that what everybody wants?
That's an added benefit for
They've got the
Chick-fil-A.
refrigeration down there as well, so you can get the health benefits of that.
Yep.
I think we've covered all the insurance that we know about.
Oh,
So Kurt, are you there? Or you're hiding?
yes.
Why don't you start us off, because we haven't been here in a while. Start us off with the intros.
Who's that?
Got his mic off. He might not be there.
Kurt's in his basement.
He's out injecting the antibiotics in the chickens.
That works.
Are you there, Mr. Hayden? You're being paged.
He's there. All right.
All right.
Nick, why don't you start us off for the moment?
Sure. All right. Happy Friday, everybody. It's a great day in Daytona Beach. I can tell you that much. It's beautiful outside and the weather's good and it's not raining yet. So, and there's a lot of opportunity to be had here. Y'all know that I work for Brown and Brown Insurance. We're the fourth largest retail insurance company in the United States. We are publicly held, and so we have all the companies. We can do anything. And to Rick's point, I do. Our company does group plans. Our company does 401ks. Our company does captives. They do everything imaginable in the insurance space. But what I specialize in is insuring businesses that are typically a good lead would be your customers. Any commercial businesses that you guys have as customers are good clients to me. I do have a minimum threshold. So, but most restaurants these days can fit into that where between all their lines of insurance, they can meet what my minimum is. Sometimes a small coffee shop like those Seven Brews and those guys, I'd love to insure them, but if I don't get paid on anything that's too small. So, I mean, there's plenty of good agents out there that can do that too. If there's multiple unit owners now that helps me qualify it, that would be great too. So, any of your clients or customers that you're calling on that have problems with their insurance, they're they're complaining about what the rates are, or they're growing and they're planning new places, and it's an opportunity because those are people that are actively seeking help, actively seeking a policy. It's not me cold calling and being a quote machine, which none of us have the time to do that kind of stuff. We want to be able to be in front of the customers that are willing to buy. So those are good leads for me. My name is Nick DeSantis, 386-299-9540, nicholas.desantis@bbrown.com. Thank you.
Nicholas, I got a question for you. Do you and your
Yes.
company do residential?
Yes,
Okay, we'll talk
we do
off.
everything. Yeah, we have a residential department. I don't do that. I'm strictly commercial P and C. And I could do any type of business. My specialty is hospitality and construction. So I like both sides of that. The reason why I went to construction is my book was about 90% or more hospitality at COVID. And I thought I was going to lose my ass. So fortunately it worked out okay. Everything that happened through COVID, especially here in Florida, a lot of my guys that survived are stronger than ever. But I had to diverse a little bit. So construction's always, there's so much of it in Florida. There's so many roofers. The rates are high, which means there's good premium associated with it. They own fleets of cars. So I like doing that. They have a lot of equipment, cranes, scaffolding, all kinds of stuff. They pave roads. They've got big equipment out there. They clear land, site excavating, development companies. They're all fantastic accounts for me too. So I kind of split my book up right now where it's about 50-50 between hospitality and construction. But yeah, we do have residential. I just don't do it. Sorry, I gave you more than you asked for.
No, actually, that was interesting. I was putting a note and thing if you could give me or contact me later. I'd like to like a referral on a residential.
Sure, absolutely. Will do, Steve.
Great, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
let's go to Sven. Good morning.
Yeah, perfect. And good tie in there as well with what we do. So we're on the smaller side, so work well with other insurance brokers who do larger group plans. We're happy to go as small as a single member on a plan. But for small businesses or groups who are less than 50 employees, our solution is built uniquely for that type of business. Very simple and easy to implement. We find most of our customers here at ProTier have not offered benefits before, but are now deciding to offer insurance to their employees because it's necessary or very helpful to make them competitive in the labor market. So, these restaurants or these gyms or these small businesses are just struggling to either recruit the caliber of managers or people that they care about, or are just constantly churning through employees are great clients for us. And the clients who use ProTier realize that, yes, there is a cost associated to offering benefits to their employees, but it actually improves their operation and improves their profitability because their employees stick around longer and just give a better customer experience. My name's Sven Jensen. I'm the founder of ProTier. I can be reached at Sven, which is SVEN, at protier.com, PRO-TIER.com, or my phone number is 415-857-5048.
Okay, thank you. I just had a question I was going to ask you, and senior
Love
moment. Uh,
Okay,
Steve was
that's an open door, guys. Go for it. I'm waiting for Ed to come back with something on that one.
let's go to Chris.
Good morning, everybody. Chris Kaufman, Restaurant All Stars. We provide restaurant talent to restaurant companies looking for career type of people, like a chef, manager, or a senior level type of player. And we also, in the collection of resumes, sometimes we are very intrigued by what people put on a resume. One guy, he's a pastry chef, and his resume that floated in this week, he indicated that in 2016 is when he granulated from high school. This guy knew his profession when he was getting out of high school. He granulated. And then we had another candidate. I'll change his last name just for protection, but his first name is Boston Smith. Okay. So I said to Boston, Boston, that's a rather unusual first name. Is that a family name? He said, no, my mom just liked the band. It's good.
Great song, More Than a Feeling. That was like a perfect song.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing she didn't like Def Leppard.
Oh God. Or Super Tramp.
Yeah,
Or Kiss.
Supertramp Smith. How y'all doing? So we are currently in the hunt for an executive sous chef. It's about an $85,000 position. That was listed with us about a month ago, but it's over in Hilton Head, South Carolina. And the tripwire is Hilton Head is very expensive, but the solution is there are suburbs within 25, 30 minutes. Not Savannah. Savannah is a bridge too far. But there are other suburbs like Bluffton, Hardyville, Pooler, etc. And but an $85,000 executive sous chef gig, pretty good. 5-day work week, excellent benefits, and realistic bonus, etc., etc. So Chris Kaufman, providing restaurant all-star talent, and you can reach me 24/7, 365, including Super Bowl Sunday, at 1-800-ALL-STAR, 1-800-404 All-Star. No, forget the 800 number. Yeah, forget the 800 number. Just better yet, next time we're going to write this down, aren't we? Okay. 404.
Okay.
404 All-Star. 404-255-7827. Do you want me to go slower? Okay. 404 All-Star.
How about backwards?
Hey, Ed, I think that senile moment is spreading through the Zoom network today.
Yes, I agree. I've been long there. Yes.
What are you talking about, Rod? Oh, Rick. Okay.
Oh, okay, Rick, you're up.
Oh, great. What's my name again? What do I do? Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy week before the 4th of July to the 250th birthday of our wonderful America. My name is Rick Israel. I'm an independent insurance broker. I'm based in Huntsville, Alabama, but licensed not only in Alabama, but Florida as well. We are a independent agency brokerage firm that likes to help companies that are struggling to pay the big corporations or the high dollar insurance, voluntary benefits, worksite benefits by going in and doing zero cost evaluations for them and coming up with proposals to possibly help them save some money on the bottom end. But our niche, of course, is the Medicare market. And as most of you know, It is the end of June, which means in about 4 months, your phones will start ringing off the hook, wanting to talk to you about your Medicare. Our official kickoff was this week as far as certifications are concerned. So we are very deep in the certifications, learning about the changes coming up for next year, which are extremely intriguing. We can go more in depth on that as of October the 1st. But if anybody is looking to find an independent broker who has we want to take care of their interest and their needs 100%, I can be reached at 256-746-9581 or rick@life-lineinsurance.com. Thank you.
Hey, Rick, I miss Joe Namath pitching.
Thank
I haven't
God.
seen him on the TV lately.
Because they've all been kicked off television. The federal government stopped it. That's why you don't see Joe Namath or JJ or William Shatner. They've all gone to Medicare heaven. Thank heavens. Yes. Yeah.
Hey, Sven, I just remembered what I was going to tell you. I was going to just give you a shout out for a second. I had a meeting this week with the young lady that you are friendly with from ADP.
Yeah, Kelly.
Yeah, and we'll see what I thought. Unfortunately, there's no space for her right now, so I put her on the wait list. But thank
Yeah,
you.
no, she's ADP is obviously the behemoth in the payroll side. They're great partners for us here at Protea, and yeah, if it makes sense to have her involved in some of these calls, I'm sure she would add value.
Yeah, I appreciate the connection. All right, Ed, you're up.
You talking to me? Oh,
You talking to me?
Can you remember your name?
are you talking to me, son? I had a police officer say that to me one time. Boy, you're in trouble.
You're in a heat patrol.
Get out of the car, boy.
Wow.
Yes. And I was only 18 when that happened. I got out of the car and I went right back in a car with my head hitting the roof.
In his car?
In the back of his car, yes.
Oh,
Anyway.
ouch.
Anyway, long story short, I never got in trouble, but he gave me a tough time. He was actually
Tell
looking
us
for
what you
shakedown
do so
money.
he gets you really in trouble.
He was looking for money. It was a shakedown artist in Newark, going to college.
Holy crap.
And then next thing you know, there were a bunch of police cars there, and I was let out of the car, and the uniformed people were talking to the guy who turned out to be a detective, off-duty detective. What can I say?
That's how you ended up in the ice cream business, right?
That way I stayed going to school. I didn't even, wander around the streets anymore. I just went to school and the fraternity house, and that was it. And ice hockey, that was it. I didn't want to get in trouble.
Did you go to
think I
school?
was kidding when I said I heard cats. This is trying to get Ed to do his intro. I'm trying to.
Okay. Anyway, I'm Ed Gerton with Seacoast Sales out of Orange Park, Florida, which is just outside of Jacksonville in Clay County, in lovely Clay County. We're an equipment supply company that specializes in frozen dessert equipment. So we have batch freezers from Carpigiani and BGI. We have soft serve machines from Carpigiani. We have display cases from ESA and GTI Design. We have blast freezers, hardening cabinets, whipped cream machines, mixed treat machines, anything for frozen desserts we can supply. You can reach me at 904-334-4489, and we will be at the Florida Restaurant Show in booth 846. See you all then. We'll be giving out ice cream and gelato samples.
Wow. Cool.
And this year we're going to be close to you, so we'll make a lot of trips over.
It's a stone's throw away. We'll be throwing stones.
Aw.
Throw ice cream. It's better.
Well, throw the ice cream. 2-ounce cups of ice cream. I just got approval to sell it, to give that away.
Bring your own bottles.
But 3 years ago, we did do that.
Yeah, we did.
We had the freeze and go, and 2 booths down was a group. They were selling miniature bottles, I guess, something like that. And at the end of the day, John McCabe and Nora said, hey, we can make some dessert out of this. So we took a couple bottles of that, put it in the machine, froze it, and gave out delicious infused ice cream.
That was the thing here in Florida for a while. There was a guy that was opening up infused ice cream stores.
Really?
It didn't last
Yeah.
very long.
No, you can do it. I mean, I've helped people do that in their businesses, but they can't really sell it. They have it for private functions. They give it away. They sell it then. There's some restriction on it in Georgia.
This guy,
At least that's
this
what
guy
happened.
opened up stores.
But you have to change all the settings on the ice cream machines to do that.
Yeah. All right, Brian, why don't you lease the equipment for him?
I'm worn out listening to all of y'all guys.
Yeah. Too much insurance and chicken today.
Yeah. Y'all are a mess.
Swimming pools.
Great morning. I'm Brian. I'm with a company called Rogue Financial Group. We are a commercial equipment financing company. I am a broker, but what we do is I specialize in the hospitality side. Work with dealers. We'll work with end users, startups, a lot of startups all over the country. We'll finance from small projects to large projects.
Chicken restaurants.
Yeah, that's it. Chicken restaurants. But what we do is, we'll finance pretty much any type of equipment. We are a commercial equipment financing company, and I can be reached at 404-723-7222. And if you got any chicken business, send it my way. Just kidding. No.
Okay.
I'm almost done here.
Steve, good morning.
Good morning, guys. I'm Steve Whitehill with Anchor Business Brokers, and I help people buy and sell businesses of all sorts, mainly Main Street up to small cap companies, which means at the low end, I sell companies. The lowest, cheapest one I've done, or the smallest one I've done, is about $87,000 with travel agency. And recently, the largest one I did is about 5 million, and that was for a carpeting and tile place. So go figure. I know I have to scan it. But I also sell restaurants. In fact, I have this very nice restaurant for sale in Polk County. It's breakfast and lunch places, which I happen to like. Actually, I like that they sell dinner as well because that allows them to utilize the space more effectively. This one on $1 million in sales does almost $400,000 in revenue, in income, bottom line in your pocket. And you can buy it for $6.99. And to put it in perspective, you really don't need 100% of all that money. With an SBA loan, you need about 70 grand, 70 to $80,000 to put 360,000 in your pocket, which is not a bad return on investment, as they say. Steve Whitehill, Anchor Business Brokers. I can be reached at 561-376-7500. And my email address is steve@anchorbb.com. Thanks.
I just saw this morning a close optional restaurant and private club sold for $6-point-something million on Hollywood.
That sounds exciting.
Is that the strip down price?
For all your chickens.
The interestingly enough, all those types of places, they sell for big money. They are really profitable. The only trouble with them is, besides whether you like doing that kind of business or not, is that most of it's cash. Really hard to. It was
I
really
want to know
hard
how they
to.
get by the
They're washing machines.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, cash. Oh, take your AML, right?
Yeah.
There's more of that than you can imagine going on. I know a lot of clients, a lot of people in Central Florida that you could look at their foot traffic, you can look at their places, and there's no way they're doing 500K a year and they're reporting 5 and 6 million. And I'm like, okay, this is not right. I don't know if you're selling your booze online or something, but you're not, there's no way you're generating that kind of revenue out of that place. And a lot of little bars, little tap rooms, little stuff like that, that's just you wouldn't suspect. But man, I'm curious, but not my business. I don't care.
You just
Hey,
I
want
rate on sales, so I get more premium.
Careful the questions you ask. It may be
Yeah, right.
scary.
Don't ask anything you
Yeah.
don't want to know.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly
Hey,
right.
did you also see this? That
I'll tell you
Dolly
how to find out. If Kurt's on, Kurt, are you on? He signed in, but you're on mute. He would know because
maybe.
on the POS receipts.
Mhm.
Hey, did y'all see where Dolly Parton came out with her truck stop or her convenience store slash whatever to compete with Bucky's?
Pilot.
Cookies.
Oh, Bucky's.
Huh? You didn't see that?
Yeah.
No.
You should see it. It's huge. It's got actually a restaurant in there. And they focus on the restrooms. Like, hey, we're like Bucky's. But I'm serious.
I thought this was leading to a joke. I thought there was going to be a punchline here.
I'm
I
serious.
thought the name was going to be something funny.
No, it's something called Tennessee something. I don't know.
Called the Dolly's Tennessee and Travel Stop. It's in
Yeah.
Cornersville, Tennessee, off I-65.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
What
huge.
city?
In Cornersville. It's not that far from where I live, probably about an hour and a half north. I may have
What
to
do they have?
take a drive.
Clean out house?
Let's go to
Cornerville. Is that
Terry.
near Gatlinburg or?
Speaking of new openings, let's go to Terry.
I can sign out early today and be very happy. No, okay, so I just, me and my team gather information, finding out what's opening.
Okay.
Period. We let you know all of anything that we can find out about it. We really work hard to get the owners' emails, names, phone numbers. If we can't, we'll give you corporate, a whole entire spreadsheet for the last several years, monthly. We got them out a week and a half early this time. And I think we're going to keep focusing on getting them out earlier. So if we have a few more that come in within a week, we'll just send those over separate. But we want to get them to you as quickly as possible. So we don't want to sit on them. So they're coming out earlier and earlier. If you want to see a sample, trnusa.com/leads, and you'll get Howard put together a nice little thing there where you can get actually a sample of the report. And next week, I will be 250 years old because my birthday is on the 4th of July. So everyone
You look great.
have a wonderful, wonderful 4th of July. I'm hoping to find a dang barbecue somewhere around here that's open and good. I might have
Terry, you don't look a day past 32.
Aw, thank you. Take a look. But
I have a question for the group. I'm sorry, Terry. I just got a text and somebody's inquiring, one of my associates,
I'm done.
about liquor training. I know there's tips training and but they insure a chain. It's not my client, it's my associate's client. And the policy is being very stringent on liquor training, and the client does in-house training, and they're not accepting that. Does anybody know of any good resources for alcohol safety training that are certified, that give you that 2-year certification like TIPS does or TAMS? I know there was something through the Florida Restaurant Association at one point, or maybe Safe Serve, but I'm not.
Yeah,
Anybody hear about anything like that?
I'm not certified, but I can help them out.
You can teach them how to drink.
Yeah, but Ed, you're certifiable.
If you want to lead to find out you can try to contact John Tapper's organization, Taffer's Tavern. There's, I don't know how to reach him, but maybe one of the managers can tell you. Or
How do you spell his last name?
Taffer, first name John.
It's Capper's Tavern.
He has a show,
Taffer's Tavern.
but I can get a hold of Ashley at the FRA and get you an answer today.
Thank you, Terry. I'd appreciate that.
No problem. We used to have somebody that advertised with us for years, but then he wound up in jail. So
Oh,
I don't think he was doing it right.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Anyway, on July 21st, I was invited to be a participant in a podcast celebrating our 30th anniversary. So
Nice.
I'll fill you in on more information on that. It's out of New Jersey, actually. I don't came through a PR firm here in Florida. So I'll let you know about that. And mercifully, we're going to end this meeting. There'll be no meeting next week. And so the first
I
meeting
won't be here.
will be here on the 10th. So
If you
have a great 4th. Stay safe. Don't blow up too many fireworks.
Howard,
Or your
Wow.
hands.
Howard,
What?
you want to mention the restaurant show? You didn't mention that.
Yes, dear.
See you at the next meeting.
The restaurant show.
I gotta get.
I think
Bye, guys.
booth. I think we need one more booth. We just sold another booth to 2 people. We need one more booth, I believe, to get up to 10. So if anybody hasn't signed on and you want to get a booth, share a booth, let Howard know. And
Hey,
with-
Howard, why don't you approach them and tell them to include me in that?
we can't. You're already in one.
No, you can't.
That's
You're
all
not in the same. You're not in the same row.
Yeah, you got to be in the same room.
Because Kurt's company is
Close
also.
enough.
Kurt's company is there. One of my other advertisers is there, but it's not in our row, and that's what we're trying to do
We'd love to have you there, Ed, but you know,
next
we
year.
need
All
a
right.
while, so
See
we
you
got
all next week. I mean, in 2 weeks.
All right.
Have a great
All right.
time.
All right.
All
Happy
right.
Let the
4th,
sauce be
everybody.
with you.
Happy 4th.